You're listening to Do This First, a daily personal development podcast that focuses on science-backed, actionable steps towards your best year ever. Hi, I'm Santa, your host. Today, we're continuing our 10-part series, The Stoics, Lessons in Leadership and Life, with the founder of the philosophy, Zeno. Stoicism was founded in Athens, Greece in the early 3rd century before Christ by Zeno of Citium. Zeno was a philosopher who started teaching at the Stoa, or the painted porch, in Athens, which is where the name Stoicism originated. He's considered the founder of the Stoic school of philosophy. Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, was originally a merchant. According to historical accounts, Zeno was involved in commerce and worked as a merchant in his early life. His life did take a philosophical turn after he survived a shipwreck and landed in Athens, where he was introduced to philosophy. Zeno developed Stoicism by synthesizing ideas from various philosophical schools prevalent during the time, such as Cynicism and Megarian philosophy. He began his philosophical journey by studying with Crates of Thebes, a prominent Cynic philosopher who emphasized living simple and virtuously and in harmony with nature. Zeno was particularly drawn to the ethical teachings of Crates. Later, in his mid-30s, Zeno started teaching his philosophical ideas at the Stoa, or the painted porch, in Athens, which became the center of his school. From the Stoa, the philosophical school of Stoicism derived its name. Zeno's teachings emphasized the cultivation of virtue as the key to living a good life and achieving inner tranquility. Zeno's Stoicism integrated ethical principles, logic, and physics into a comprehensive philosophical system. Ethics was considered the central focus of Stoicism, with an emphasis on living according to reason, virtue, and nature. The Stoic teachings of Zeno and his successors influenced a wide range of topics, including personal ethics, social relationships, and politics. Over time, Zeno's philosophy was further developed and refined. From Zeno's early work and the foundational principles of Stoicism, several leadership and life lessons can be derived. Here are 7 leadership lessons inspired by Zeno's early teachings. Virtue. Virtue as the highest good. The lesson is to prioritize moral and ethical principles above all else. The application, especially in a leadership role, is prioritizing virtue as the highest good. It involves consistently embodying and promoting ethical principles in decision making and actions. Let's consider a scenario to kind of illustrate this concept. So let's say Cole is a senior executive leading a team in a competitive industry. A dilemma arises when Cole discovers that a rival company offers significant financial incentives to a key client in an attempt to secure a lucrative deal. Cole's faced with a moral and ethical decision on how to respond to the situation. The application in action is wisdom. Using wisdom, Cole demonstrates very carefully assessing the situation before acting, considering the long-term implications of different courses of actions, and seeking advice from colleagues or mentors to make an informed decision. Number 2, uses courage. Cole exercises courage by standing firm in his commitment to ethical principles, despite the pressure to engage in unethical practices to secure the deal. He's willing to take a stand for what is right, even if it poses a challenge. Third way we see it is the justice. Cole upholds justice by ensuring fairness and equity in his dealings with the client and the competition. He strives to maintain integrity and transparency in all business interactions, treating all parties with respect. And then temperance. Cole practices temperance by exercising self-control and moderation in his responses to the situation. He maintains a calm and composed demeanor while addressing the issue, avoiding impulsive or emotional reactions. By focusing on developing virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance in this scenario, Cole not only upholds moral and ethical principles, but he also sets a positive example for his team and fosters a culture of integrity and accountability within the organization. Prioritizing virtue as the highest good not only guides his actions and decisions, but also earns him respect, trust, and credibility as a principled leader in the industry. Another lesson that we can learn from Zeno's early teachings is cultivating inner strength. The lesson is to build resilience and inner tranquility to face challenges. When we apply this, we're practicing self-awareness and self-discipline to maintain composure, to adapt to adversity, and to navigate turbulent situations effectively. Zeno of Citium believed in cultivating inner strength through self-discipline, self-awareness, and resilience. Here are some exercises or tasks that Zeno would likely recommend to cultivate inner strength. Practice acceptance and resilience. Encourage yourself to accept things beyond your control and focus on developing resilience in the face of adversity. This involves recognizing that while you can't control external events, you can control your responses and attitudes towards them. Number 2, live in accordance with nature. Emphasize the importance of living in harmony with nature and aligning one's actions and values with the natural order of the universe. This involves accepting the impermanence. Number 3, practice self-discipline and moderation. Encourage yourself to cultivate self-discipline and moderation in all aspects of life, including your desires, emotions, and actions. This involves exercising control over one's impulses and maintaining a balanced and virtuous lifestyle. Number 4, engage in virtue ethics. Focus on developing virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, which we spoke about previously, as guiding principles in your decision-making process and actions. Encourage yourself to prioritize moral and ethical principles above personal gain or external influences. Number 5, reflect on the dichotomy of control. Encourage yourself to reflect on the Stoic concept of the dichotomy of control, distinguishing between what is within our control, like our attitudes, opinions, and actions, and what is outside our control, like external events, others' opinions. This helps us focus our energy on things that we can influence and let go of what is beyond our power. Number 6, practice reasoned decision making. The lesson is to use logic and reason to make sound judgments and choices. The application is to approach leadership challenges and life decisions with rationality, critical thinking, and clear-mindedness to achieve optimal outcomes and avoid impulsivity. Number 7, lead by example and integrity. The lesson is to demonstrate consistency, fairness, and integrity in your actions and interactions. The application is to lead ethically, inspire trust and respect in others, and uphold moral values that align with your principles to foster a positive influence and build strong relationships. By integrating these lessons from Zeno's early work and Stoic philosophy into your leadership style and daily life, you can cultivate a more resilient, virtuous, and principled approach to navigating challenges, to making decisions, and fostering personal growth and well-being. If you like what you're hearing, don't forget to leave a review. Follow and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Do This First. You can also read a full transcript of this podcast episode and all 150 podcast episodes and counting on my blog, DoThisFirst.life. You can also sign up for my new weekly newsletter, which will help you get your week started on a positive note, and updates on coaching, books, merch, and my public speaking engagements as they become available. Tomorrow we'll continue with our 10-part Stoic lessons and leadership series. Till tomorrow.
Moving past the rain, moving past the pain, or past the